What's up guys, James from Twisted Assisted here. We're going to be doing a full field strip video on the Twisted Pallas utility knife today, and we're just going to run through how you can strip this down into its component parts and undertake any maintenance or cleaning that you need to do. So first, all we're going to need is a T6 Torx screw, bit driver. All of the bolts and screws on this knife are T6, so you can just strip the whole thing with just one tool. First things first, let's take off the pocket filler tab, and we're also going to remove the blade. Just makes it safer to do this operation without a blade in there. Okay, right, so let's take out the domed screw on there. Keep all your bits together. Maybe what I do sometimes is I get a little magnet, put it to one side, and then you can just stick all of your hardware on there. You're not going to lose anything. All right, so take it off take it off the pocket clip. We are using a decent quality weir bit. If you've got a nice knife, use a good quality Torx bit, because it's easy to chew up dry, when you're taking out the bolts. Okay, so we've taken off the male pivot. Let's just remove the first G10 scale. Now I've got a little hack for you now, and you can do this on most knives actually, is to, with your bit driver, just place it into the female pivot and just push the bolt out like so. Right, and you can just pull that out all the way. That's going to mean that you can get your blade carrier out, and it's literally everything is just coming apart. Back spring, liners, everything is now broken down into its component pieces. You can undertake all of the cleaning, oiling, TLC, and now let's just quickly reassemble it. It's exactly what we did, but in reverse. You can see that the cage ceramic ball bearings, they're there. Don't forget to put those back in. Right, so we're going to start off with the left-hand scale. I'm going to put the liner over the top like so. Going to get the female pivot, pop that through. We're now going to get the back spring, and we're just going to align the screw barrels with the corresponding holes on the liner like so. Just get that middle one put in, and then you'll be able to just flip the whole shebang over like that, and you can get one of your domed T6 bits and just get that held together like so. Right. Okay. Next thing we need to do is to pop the blade carrier back on and to tension the back spring. So we want to get our cage ball bearing, and there's an open side and this is the closed side. The closed side always faces in like so. Okay, pop that in, and what you want to do now is to tension the back spring. This is what it looks like. You're just going to want to lever the back spring up and just put the blade in. That's now tensioned. Don't forget, whatever you do, putting in your other cage ball bearing. Let's just reassemble the other side. We just lock on the screw barrel with the bottom hole there in the liner, and then marry it up with the next above, and then you can see it's slightly misaligned with the pivot there, and all you do is you just push with your thumb. There we go. Let's pop back on. Next thing is the stop pin. Let's pop the stop pin back in. It's not the end of the world if you forget the stop pin. However, on a knife which actually has a blade on there, you run the risk of dinging the end of your blade if you forget to put your stop pin in. Right, so let's just pop the G10 liner back on. Let's just retain it with the male pivot. There we are. We're not over tightening it. We're not going berserk. We're just firmly putting it back in. If you over tighten it, it's very easy to crush one of the ceramic ball bearings. Not a good thing to do. So just be gentle. Let's put back in that domed T6 screw. Get that back in there. And then we want a pocket filler tab. Let's get that in. There we go. And that just leaves the pocket clip. Let's just shake out these. There they are, they're falling out. The screws. Just offer that up. Now you'll know with the pocket clip, there's a slightly longer screw, countersunk T6 screw. Just grab that and you're going to want to pop that. That is going to go in the furthest hole, which is there. Just the longest screw goes in the furthest hole. Chuck that in there. Let's get the final screw in. And then just open and close, just to make sure. That's lovely, that's smooth as butter. Any sand or crap or dust or grit or whatever you've got in there is now gone, and you've got a lovely clean knife that you can use again. If you're using the knife for something really messy and you get some concrete, not concrete, I should say, either concrete or the cement dust, if you get that in any of the nooks and crannies, that can be removed with a very weak solution of brick cleaner. You can strip your knife down to its base parts and then just quickly soak them in that, and then rinse, make a solution up of baking soda just to neutralize the acid, and it will come up absolutely clean as you like. Just a little hack for changing the blade. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to hold it in my left hand with my index finger. Just pop that on the bolt. If I take my finger off the bolt, it might fall out, so we're just going to keep it there during this operation. Take off the cover plate. We're just going to pop our new blade back in there. Put the faceplate back on and then do it up. Just remember to keep your thumb stud / retaining bolt nice and tight, and it will stay put. If it's a little bit, if you don't do it up tight enough, it could slightly maybe undo a little bit in your pocket, and obviously a loose wobbly blade is dangerous. You might lose it, so just keep that good and tight. You can get some really good purchase on the thumb stud because we've got some knurling on there, so you can catch your thumb very easily, like so. And if we take a look at the titanium model, the titanium model is even more straightforward to strip because it does not have liners. The handle scales are sturdy enough for it not to require liners, so there's even less spare parts on a titanium one. So, but it's exactly the same principle. Okay, thanks very much for watching.